Hello guys, this is Pfizer and welcome to another vlog. In today's vlog, I'm going to tour you on a website where you can use as an online board for your online class. Keep watching. Hi guys, so I'm now going to show you where you can find the website that I was talking about. So in your desktop, you simply open your browser and then on the URL and then you simply type classroomscreen.com and then hit the enter key. So this is now the home page for the classroom screen. Now, for your information, the classroom screen is available for free, and it has also a pro account. So the difference between a free and the pro account is that in the pro account you can simply save and sort your screens, but the widgets that you will be using in your classroom board are the same. So this site will just give you the benefits of uh, using the classroom screen pro. So here you can save your screen, you can vote remotely on the poll, you can make screen collections, and you can use your own backgrounds, and you can save up to 30 name lists. Okay, so for the purpose of this tour, we will just launch the free account. So from here, you're just going to click or double click launch. So this is now your classroom screen. So this screen can be shared to your Google Meet as a window. Okay, so you'll find here your classroom board. So this classroom board is where you are going to have your activities in your online class. You have here the home button, and then on the right side you have here settings for setting your desired background. Could be a picture on or an animation. Okay, and then you can also make your buttons less prominent, such as that, or just a normal setting. Of course, you can turn on and turn off full screen mode, right? So we will now have the widgets. So there are 14 widgets that you can use in your classroom board. So we will start with the calendar. If you want to post a calendar to your classroom board, you can simply use this widget, and then it will project in your screen the calendar. So for this, you can also set settings. You can also change the background color, and then you can minimize this such as that there, and of course you can always close the widget. Okay, the number that appears at the top of the widget means that you have already used a calendar widget. So clicking this will give you 2 copies of your calendar. So we're going to close it now. Okay, aside from the calendar, you can also project, or you can also put the clock in your classroom board. Okay, so it can show you both the digital and the analog clock. Again, for the settings, you can change its background color there, and then you can move it, you can position it anywhere on your classroom board there. Another important widget that you can use in the classroom screen is of course your stopwatch. So here, if you want to monitor the time that you have already consumed in the class, you can actually click start before you start presenting your lesson. So clicking it will start the stopwatch. Aside from the stopwatch, you can also use the timer. Say for example, you are giving an activity that you want your students to turn in right away. You can, and then you want to give them ample time to turn in. You can set the a timer here. So again, you can minimize that, and then you can also change its background. Next is the traffic light. Now the purpose of the traffic light widget is for your students to know if they need to stop on the activity that you have given them, they need to ready, and then they need to uh, start working. So this actually also will give a hint to your students when to stop, when to get ready, and when to start doing their activities, or whatever online activity that you give them. Now, we go to the next widget. The next widget would be work symbols, or if you want them to keep quiet, you can simply have this widget so it has silence, or if you want them to whisper, if you want them to ask their neighbor, and then if you want them to work together. Again, you can minimize and maximize this, and then you can also set its color. Okay, so this is actually one good tool if you want to give instructions to them and then you don't want to speak anymore. Okay, next is text, and in case you want to present some text to your students, you can actually put your text here, and then it will be projected also in your classroom board. Okay, so just like the word, so change its style, you can change its font, and then you can change its size. Okay, so this is your text widget. So by the way, to simply move the widget from one location to another, you simply drag them. Okay, next is the draw. In case you will be using a smart pen in your discussion, especially if you are teaching mathematics, so there is already a built-in widget which you can use to draw or to write on the board if you want to explain. Okay, so in here you can choose the color of the pen and the marker, and then you could simply write on the board. Okay, now what's good with this board is that you can actually make it full screen there. Okay, you have now the whiteboard as your full screen, so you can use here the markers, you can change its colors, you can also erase them if you want to, and then you can minimize it to go back to its original size, and then you can resize it. Okay, next is you have the QR code. Now the QR code is a good tool for this classroom board. Why? In here you can actually paste the URL of, say, a video or a reading material that you want your students to read or watch while inside your class. So say for example, we will be you want them to watch a video on a YouTube. You simply copy the URL of that video and then go back to your classroom and then paste the URL of that video, and then you ask them to scan the code, and then after scanning it, it will automatically direct them to the YouTube channel. Or if you want them to read on something, say for example intro to computing, say for example you want them to read this article, you can simply again copy the URL and then go back to your screen, click another QR code, and then paste the QR code there, and then you ask them to scan this, and then scanning it will direct them to this reading material. I think this is very useful tool, especially if you want them, if you will be using some reading material or video material in your lesson. Okay, so let me just arrange this here. Right, next you have another amazing feature of this classroom screen is that you can attach media. So you can attach here an image directly from your desktop. Say for example, going to drag this image in here, there. So if say for example you want to show pictures to your students, you can use this in you can show them here in the classroom screen. All right, so again it has also buttons here which you can use, undo or redo the settings, and of course you can minimize. And then if you want another media, you can also have here a YouTube video that they can watch. So you simply paste the URL and then click the play button, and then it will automatically
Hello guys, this is
play
Spicer. Welcome to my channel. In this vlog, I'm going to show you.
will actually play the video. Okay, so again, you can resize the video. So all of these things, guys, can be incorporated in just one screen, which is the classroom screen. So that is for the media. Aside from image and YouTube video, you can also click the webcam to share your camera if in case you will be using another external camera. And you can use the embed feature if you want to embed HTML file or codes for your students to look into. Okay, so again, we can minimize this and then put it there. Now, aside from that, we also have the sound level widget. The sound level widget is simply a widget for adjusting your microphone to its sensitivity and the maximum noise. Okay, so let's put it here. You may also use the dice there, so you can use a single dice. So for whatever purpose you will be using dice, this is also available as one of the widgets. Okay, so our screen is now full, but of course it depends on the widgets that you are going to use per class discussion. So you need not to open or to use everything. So say for example, you only need to post the calendar, the clock, or the draw widget. You can only then that's the only widget that you should open. And then we have here another amazing widget from classroom screen is the random name. Random name is actually a hands-off type of calling students. So say for example, if you want your student to read on something that you are presenting, or if you want to have a student recite, then you can actually post here their names, and this will select the student who will be called for recitation. So say for example, I will enter just a few names. Say I have 5 students. So if you after pasting their names here, or after encoding their names here, you can simply click choose, and then this widget will randomly pick the name of student who will be asked to either read the material that you want them to read, or recite or answer questions that you want them to answer. So I think this is very unique and very useful widget for you to use in your online class. And of course, last but not the least, you can always change the background of your classroom board. Okay, so we have here a preloaded local backgrounds, or if you want a simple background, you can always choose a one color background for your classroom board. Okay, so there you have it, guys. These are the 14 widgets that you can use in your classroom screen. Okay, so again, depends on the type of lesson that you give your students. You may use only a few of the widgets which are available. Okay, so I hope that this classroom screen will help you in conducting your online class, to make it more interactive and make it more unique for your students to enjoy. Thank you for watching, guys, and if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be updated of my upcoming videos. Bye!